Good morning. It's 7:30 and we're off. We tried things a little bit different this morning. It doesn't matter what we do. It takes us 2 hours in the morning to get our shit together. This morning it was a combination of it's too cold, we don't want to get up, and the tent breaking on us, sort of. That delayed us, but yeah, basically 7:30 is when we get going, no matter what. We have 18 miles to Big Bear. And 8 miles to the nearest water. So that's the goal for this morning. Well, what do you know? Apparently 250 is now something that needs to be recognized. Well, I suppose it means we're 16 miles from Big Bear, so that's one thing.
Many?
16. What? Well, I keep saying we're 16 miles from Big Bear, 18 miles from Big Bear. We're not. We're 16 or 18 miles from the junction from which you can hitch into either. So we're inside the private property now. This is newish. The property isn't. It was around in 2019, but they have now officially made this a camping-free zone, basically, for about 1.3 miles. You're allowed the right through.
Yeah, it's their land. They have the right to do that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's just the funny thing is, we were saying that there isn't a sign anywhere telling you. Bit of a washout here. Somebody very kindly provided directions to this view. Wow. Kind of remember that from last time, but I wasn't sure whether it was in this section or not. Look at that. I must say this is a very pleasant area we're currently. I've been hiking through basically all morning. Undulating woodlands, and we seem to sort of be following roughly the course of a road. Ever so often we see and hear cars down there. But by and large it's like this. It's very pretty. Not too steep up and down, not too rocky path, and not too sun exposed. Nice. Out on this thing here and wondering whether this is Baldwin Lake, or, you know, the lake formerly known as
Like
Baldwin Lake. That's just a desert plain basically. But it would be about right, the direction.
Right, he's just getting some water. And just come down from there. And it's a hot one again. That's why we've got the big hats on. We think Heidi may last few days suffer from the heat because she's just wearing the buff. So hopefully these hats will be better for both her and me together in harmony. Oh.
We've just got up from our breakfast break, where we discovered a number of things. We had Wi-Fi for a bit, so we could find things out. Firstly, the trail, the super favorable trail, has now become the usual rocky mess. That's obviously nothing to do with us getting Wi-Fi, that's just an observation. And a reason why everything wobbles like mad while I'm talking. We also found out that unfortunately the laundrette in Big Bear City that we were hoping to wash all our clothes in tomorrow doesn't exist anymore. Apparently it seems to have gone out of business in 2024. There is another one in Big Bear City, but it's right at the other end of Big Bear City in Sugarloaf, so we're having a bit more of a logistic day tomorrow than we had hoped, because the other laundrette was like literally opposite the supermarket where we want to buy our food, and so it was super easy. But yeah, things change. And We've also just discovered that Brian has somewhere between this morning and our breakfast spot in those 6 miles lost a little plastic bag full of ibuprofen, which is unfortunate. I mean, we have enough to, for us, that's not a problem. We can buy some more tomorrow, but it means there is now a bag of drugs lying somewhere on the trail. We're hoping the next hiker coming past us will have picked it up. Mainly because I don't really like the idea of wildlife finding it first, because I don't know what happens if they accidentally swallow an entire bag full of ibuprofen. It's not great, but we can't really backtrack because we have no idea where in those 6 miles he's dropped it. It's always in the same part, not really one that things can fall out of, so don't quite know what happened. But yeah, that one's a bit unfortunate. Oh, just what the doctor ordered. A cooler full of
Crushed orange and Pepsi.
and Pepsis.
These other brands like Coke.
Yes, other brands are available, but not in this cooler.
Yeah.
There's no name or anything on it, so don't know who provided this, but thank you very much, whoever you are. It has just gone really, really hot again, and this is just perfect. This doesn't happen very often, but I just heard the words, "That's way too big for me," come from my husband's mouth. What he was referring to. What he was referring to is this blowdown. Which, yeah, is probably a bit big. So we'll just go around it like everybody else has done. Yeah, today's not a good day for Leave No Trace. Somewhere in the last 2 miles, I have lost the silver mat I normally sit on. It was crammed in with the water bladder, but obviously got jolted loose somewhere. It could have happened anywhere in the last 2 miles. We don't remember any specific, overgrown areas or anything, so this just slowly jumped out, and because of course it's very light, we wouldn't have heard it hit the ground. So once again, we have to hope that somebody behind us picks us up and overtakes us. What a day. Other than that, we're having a good time, other than constantly losing things and leaving them lying around. Again, it's not an important thing or an expensive thing to replace. It's just annoying because it's now lying in the wilderness where it really, really shouldn't be. Hopefully it's lying straight on the trail and somebody picks it up. So we've just met 2 rather unusual PCT hikers. Yeah, I have a healthy respect for donkeys. They can turn on you quite quickly. In case you didn't catch that, he said that's why he's leaving me to go first.
And there's got to be someone to tell the story. That's me.
Thank you, guys. We've just passed now. So random. We were looking at what looked like horse poo and on the side of the trail, and I was just saying to Brian, I can see some hoof prints. Obviously, I don't know why I'm pointing down now. The donkeys are behind us, so they're no longer there. I said, but they're really, really small. And he went, yeah, there's 2 donkeys in front of us. He was like, what? I thought he was taking a mick.
Oh, is it?
Somehow Brian missed this one altogether. There's a rattlesnake. It sort of rattled a little bit politely. It was, he must have literally stepped over it, or he came out just after. It's just gone into the bushes there. Okay. It was a dark one this time.
Okay.
Like, really dark. I had thought we were out of the rattlesnake. Yeah, you can never be too careful. No, but this one was very polite because that could have gone for me. It was right. Its head was right where my foot was. Well, this has all changed quite a bit. We are 4 miles out of the junction now. And yeah, all of this looks new. Well, new since 2019, that's for sure.
Didn't have the road.
I mean, there would have probably been a dirt road, but certainly not this well.
Not wide.
There's a lot of
New people moving out from the cities.
yeah, we've been saying this all along, ever since the area around Mike's place. You find more and more settlements encroaching on the PCT, not like encroaching in a bad way, but you know, they weren't there 7 years ago, or not so far out.
Don't stand on the bushes.
It's coming up to 6 o'clock, well it's 5:45. We're well within the area that we would want to camp. So we're just on the lookout for somewhere flat. There was a little saddle a while back that had a lot of flat spots, but it was so riddled with hoof prints everywhere. It kind of felt like this probably wasn't supposed to be for PCT hikers. So we're moving on. Look what Brian just found in his puffy jacket. That'll be the ibuprofen that are not lying on the trail.
Yeah, I'm a good person for not doing stuff like that.
No, I'm still a bad person for losing my sit pad. And can you believe that since this lunchtime,
no one's come past.
not a single hiker has come past us? I was so counting on somebody to find that somewhere and think, oh, that looks weird. I'll just carry it up because there'll be some slow old hikers that need it. No, not a soul. Speaking of slow old hikers, so this is where we ended up. There's a trail.
Yeah.
This is us. We just fit in. I mean,
Just.
I'll try and pull this one out when everything's in, but
It
yeah.
doesn't look like it's going to rain.
It doesn't look like it's going to rain. We are very, very close to the highway. Closer than we were intending to, so the alarm goes off tonight because we can, in all... I know, I hear you all giggling. It's like, what alarm? You never set off before 7:30, but I mean, we don't even have to set up until, I don't know, 8:30 and 9, and we'll still make it. I say make it because, I mean, we don't actually have, now that we found out that there's no Lone Red, we have no agenda. We just need to get in, buy resupplies, and hopefully get a nice burger at BJ's.
Yeah.
BJ's doesn't open till 11, so we have no incentive to be there before 10.
No.
I can hear hikers. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going to get my putt tonight.
Or maybe not.
Oh, maybe not. Because it was windy and that thing is light and it probably just got blown off the bloody trail. Never mind. But yeah, so this is us tonight.
6:30.
This is the 6:30 people coming past, and I'm shutting down now.